Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2, the UK modded series. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. Now last time out we were creating the routes from Lichfield over to New Romney, meaning that we actually had a terminus, and off camera I've gone ahead and finished up the fencing on that so that is all up and running. I just double checked a few things, making sure everything is okay, but aside from that I have not really done much more. In this video we are going to be doing a ride along from Earley over to Lichfield and then over to New Romney and maybe back. But before we do that we need to work on a little bit of a depot. So I've been looking at this area right here, and I think that for the first part of this video I'm going to convert this area here into the Earley depot, which might end up being a rather large depot. So make sure you stay tuned for some depot building, and then after the depot has been built, of course, we shall have a ride along depending on time, and if it isn't in this video, it will most certainly be in the next. Right, so taking a look at this, just trying to work out where I'm going to place the depot. So if we purchase, I say purchase, we're going to just take over. In fact, if we were to take over this section here, we could create quite a nice, see, we've got two options. We can either take over this section here, or we can take over this section over here. And I think that taking over this section here might end up with a more fancy style, and then we can actually take over this section of farmland as well, potentially. I'm going to have to see. I need to see how this is going to pan out. So either this side or this side. I think this side gives us the additional options over here, so I'm going to take over this side, provided the autosave. Come on, autosave, do what you need to do, nice and quickly, any day now. It isn't like I'm trying to record a video or anything. Thank you. Now I've also noticed that I seem to be missing some sound. I'm not sure if yeah, there's some sounds are missing. Oh no, wait, they're back. Oh, hang on a minute. I don't think it's the sounds. I think it's my. There we go. I think it was my wire to my speakers. Right, here we go. So if this entire area can end up being a depot of some sort, doesn't have to be a massive depot, but whilst we're doing that we are going to make a reasonable sized depot, so we can actually have a depot as you would, although there's probably lots of different things that we could have a look at. What is that? Oh, that's the over whatever stations. Right, so we have a depot here. Now let's have a look. Let's have a look in here if we have any depot. We do. We have a classic depot over here, large with side building. There's a rather larger depot with open doors that could work for us. Forget the air transports. Is that a power station? Yep, that is a power station. We are not going to be looking at that just yet. And track ladders used to. Ah, here we go. This could work. And now I have no idea what the speeds these are. That's going to be a problem. There we go. Track type 10. 10 is good. 10 is very good. I was just looking for some standard tracks then. High speed standard tracks. 10 works for me. Number of tracks. 5. Nice early turnout or something like that. Let's do 3 tracks. Track distance. That last section. Open or close. Ah, that's fancy. We'll leave that like that. Left oriented, because if we're going to be on this side, we probably do need it to be oriented to the left. No slope. 3 tracks, yes. Not build. I have no idea what that is. I've never tried this, so I suppose that is going to give us the ability to build a yard. Okay, fine. Let's go ahead and that's where that junction is. So let's go ahead and pop this in over here. One of the things that we really do need to do is get the yard built in such a manner that if I were to do this, we can actually get this properly connected up and built. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to see if I can. We're going right back down to 10 mile per hour tracks. There we go. Connecting that up. And then we'll do. Right. How does this one work? Too much curvature. Right, okay, so that isn't working the way I wanted it to. Apparently you have to do... I guess that's okay-ish. So if I do that and then... that certainly is not what I was after. Okay. So let's focus a little bit more on how this needs to be built. You know what? Does it really matter? I can just build this manually. Let me figure this out manually. It doesn't. I can do this without any one of those things. So I would like to use perhaps this section as my basis for this. So I can always build this up from here. There we go. Alright, that's pretty good. We'll make another one like that. And another like that. And now... how many more should we do? Actually, I'm going to keep building this. Got an idea. There, and then there, like that, and like that. Should I keep building up? One more. Let's build another one. People are probably looking at this and thinking, what on earth is he doing? You'll see. Right, so now that I've done that, I can delete this first one. Delete the first, and could I potentially delete the second? Sure, let's delete the second too. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to connect this up to here with a 15 mile per hour junction, like so. 15 on. Come on. 15 off. It's a little bit bigger than I wanted it to be. Is that better? That's a little bit too little. How's that? Not quite there yet. That looks okay. Okay. So 15 on, 15 off, double slip there, and double slip here. Good. Now that I have that, how big are these? That seems to be working. Right. So now that I have that one, we're going to have a couple of these that are a little bit, a lot bigger, should I say. So I'm going to connect this one up like this, and I'm going to connect this one up, come on, like that. Okay, that looks fine. And then with these ones, I'm actually going to continue these straight for a little bit. In fact, no, just do straight for a while, and then a 15 junction onto this, like that, followed by another 15 like that. So it doesn't have to be, obviously everything doesn't have to be exactly correct, and then this is where it gets a little bit difficult. So we have to bring it off like that. So we'll slow this down. 10 here. We'll do that, and then off this one. 10 here. We'll do that, and then 10 here. We'll do that, and I'm hoping that connection that actually works. Okay, good. That one actually worked the way we wanted it to. And with this one, we've got the opportunity here to go 10, and then up there, and then, in fact, could I want to see if I can manage this. If I got rid of that and went straight across, oops, straight across from here up to here, or if I made this one a lot longer and then connected it up to that, could I, theoretically, I could do that, then that, then I could do that, and perhaps the last one I can just go down like that. Okay, so now we've got this depot area building up. Now, lastly, obviously we need a way to have all these crossings, so we're going to create a number of crossings in a few places. For example, these ones really could do with a massive crossover. In fact, before we do that, I just clear up this mess so I can actually see what on earth is going on. There we go. Right, now I can actually see the tracks. So what I was looking to do is potentially go across from here, right the way across like that. Of course, if there are wagons in the way, that is going to make it really difficult. So we are going to have to make a few of these, I think. So let's try one from right across here. Oh wow, that's doing something very strange. Can I make one that looks something like that? And then from this side, can I make one that perhaps goes across, cross? No? Apparently it doesn't want to. Two, come on. can do that and then try and cut across this one somehow. Okay, I can do that and then go across up like that. And then over here, I guess if we needed to cross over, we can cross over. Make a bunch of actual crossovers, I guess. It doesn't even want to do that. No, there we go. We've got the crossovers. Crossover there. We'll have a crossover here. And we can always cross onto this one. And also cross over onto this one. There we go. This one doesn't have a crossing back over. So I've got to figure that one out. How do I figure that out? I suppose we can always look at which lines does it or does it not connect to. It doesn't have to be absolutely bang on perfect. And then I just need to go around slipping a lot of switches. So a lot of these points need to be slipped so that we can use them properly. There we go, that's slipped, that's slipped. This one needs slipping. This one needs slipping. That one's okay. That looks okay, that one needs slipping. Okay, so now that we have all of this, now what we need to do is obviously put the depots in. And on top of that, we also need to figure out a couple of other things. So we are going to look into that. For now, let's go ahead and stick some main depots. So here's a depot. And I'm going to place the depot perhaps there. And I'm actually going to place another depot over here, and you're going to see why in a bit. And similarly on this side, I'm placing a depot. Let's see. I'm going to place a depot over here, and for this one, I'm actually going to just place 2 depots next to each other. Now, what we need to do is we need to create a line, tracks here, in between this. You're probably wondering, what on earth am I doing now? You'll see. What I do need to do though, is I need to ensure that those tracks are parallel. That is really important. In fact, I think the depots are not parallel, so that's going to be causing issues as well. Go. So we'll have to get rid of the depots to make them parallel. Okay, good. Remove the depot. What we're now going to do is we're going to connect this one up to here, like so. Similarly, actually before I do that, I'm going to make this one go straight there and straight there, and then connect it up to here, like so. And for this, I am also going to, right, let's get rid of this. I'm not happy with the way these have panned out. I am going to go 10. Let's do that and that. Can I somehow connect this up? If I do, in fact, if I do that, I could. Okay. So if I make that go there and that go there, and then connect up this to both of these. Oh, what did I do that for? This isn't what I meant to do. I meant to do that and then escape, click on that, do that, remove this section. Now look at sticking the depot in. So we've got a depot that needs to go So we just need to straighten up this depot. There we go. And then I will place the depot back here. And we'll go back to tracks. There, and like so. That looks pretty awesome. Okay, so we've got one depot there. That's fine. We can also have just little tracks just here. I'll even connect this one up to this one, like so. Remember, depots are pretty complicated things, so we do need to ensure that we have some of that complexity in there. Right, that middle part stays as it is. That looks pretty good. Can I fit a depot in over here? I could if I got rid of that farm, and so I am going to. And I can place a depot in, not just there, but I'd like to place a depot in about there. And then similarly, I'd like to place a depot about there. Okay, back to the tracks. There and there. These tracks are going to continue straight on. They are not going to continue straight on, sorry. They're going to start climbing. Yep. These tracks are going to start climbing up. There you go. Continue to climb. So we'll destroy this. And we will continue to climb. Can we make a steeper climb? I'm not sure if that's a good idea, but I guess we could try. Oh, almost there, almost there. Do it there, up to there. And then and now you might understand, some of you might be looking at this and thinking, oh, I know what he's doing now. This is what I'm doing. And whether this is going to work, I have really no idea. So I'm not going to finish that part off right now. What I am going to do is pause this because I'm really not liking this junction the way it is. So let's bring this up to 50. I have no idea why this one will not connect up properly. It just seems like it doesn't want to connect from here. It just does not want to connect. That's really annoying. I'm going to fix this because I'm not happy about how this junction is working. Yeah, I know that signal is going to be removed. This is what we're going to do. We are going to... You stay right there. We are going to connect up. Oh, it's 40, not 50. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect you up properly, and then I'm going to connect you into this. Also in a better way than you should be, and then you can swap over. Swap tracks, swap back, yeah, that will have to do. I think that is going to have to do there. With that, I'm also going to place this over here. That signal can remain. That should help matters just a bit. Finally, that looks a lot better. Right, okay, so we've got this depot starting to come up. That's pretty good. Obviously, this is going to end up being a much larger depot if I can find the pieces for it. I just have no idea where they are, whether they're even unlocked yet. And we could put goods down and all of that kind of stuff. And there's a lot of detailing we could put on this. Look at these. Well, locomotives from the future. Let's put a future locomotive up. Completely confuse them. Now, we're looking for... Let me see. Not that. That's air transport. What's all of this? No idea. Ah, these could come in a little bit handy. This is something I do want. So, platform level 0. Is that going to snap to track properly? That does. Good. No platform design. That's fine. And you can always change up. Oh, that's fancy. It just looks like there's something hiding, but I think the trains are not going to... I don't think the trains are going to be able to get into that. It's a shame. There's a lot though. Should we put some intercities in here? There you go. Completely confused them. No. Just trying to find the various parts I'm after. Uh-oh. Please don't crash. Okay. Now these are just park benches. This isn't what I'm after. These things, yeah, we could use them. There we go. That is it. That's one of them. So obviously for one, I'd like to actually place this. So I'd like to have a rail line going through. So let's put that in as this is more of a one-off sort of thing. So we'll put the railway line. So I'm going to do that. Bring that back down to 10. No, wait, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this and that. There we go. Then I'm going to delete that. Then I'm going to place the object. And we will place the object, I don't know, let's do it like this. There we go. Doesn't really work all too well, does it? Rubbish. I was kind of hoping that would work a little bit better than it has. Unfortunately, that isn't the case. So we'll come back to that. I'm not going to waste too much more time. At least the depot is starting to take shape. What I am going to do, just to populate it a little bit, is I am going to try and find some wagons. So let's pop over here and say wagon. There we go. That's what I'm going to do. And we're going to put it on, we're going to place them on the lines where I know nothing's going to go on them. Because if there are lines where things are going to go on, that's going to be a little bit difficult. There we go, so we've got that there. We'll place some, I think nobody's going to be going on this inside section here, so we'll place... Can I do that? Can even do different styles. Random. Sure. There we go. Oh, I can put a number of wagons in one go. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. Some oil wagons. Why not? This one needs to be clear. This one does not, though. So I can always place them on here. Does this one need to be clear? No. This one can very much remain unclear. There is a problem with placing those. I'll have to look into that. For now, we'll leave them as it is. Just gives it a little bit more life. And then, of course, we need to paint it. Gravel. There we go. Let's get some gravel. Maybe not that gravel. Okay, fine. We'll paint it with that. I was hoping for like a dark gravel. Gravel 2. That's better. That is much better. Just to make it look more like an actual train yard. You know, there's a lot of gravel around these yards. Just gives it more of a realistic feel, I think. And obviously there's a lot more to come, but that just helps just that little bit. Yep, that just helps just a little bit to give it more of that style, so you kind of know that there's something. It's definitely something here. What I am going to do though, I'm going to break down this, and I'm going to fill this area up with trees. And what trees am I going to pick? Let's pick some oak trees. Here we go. Bring that down quite a bit. Yep, those are the trees I want. So this entire area... Oh no, here comes the autosave. This is going to ruin a lot of things. So it looks like this video is not going to have a ride along, unfortunately. But the next one shall. Come on, come on. Any time now would be nice. Notice the autosave does tend to cause my computer to heat up a fair amount. The processor. It's a bit concerning. Let's do that. Then we'll place some lighter ones because we need that variety. There we go. And then some of these ones. And so we will end up filling this up, of course. And I think a lot of these trees will disappear. But for now, having the trees here just gives it a little bit more... See? It helps clean things up a little. It really does help give this just a little bit more depth, I suppose. What I could do is I guess I could put a single farm in here as well. So if I were to go back and perhaps say, let's do an eraser on there. That area there, we can actually put a single farm in. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So let's go ahead and place that single farm in. Just like so. There we go. So there's the farm. And we can even, I guess we could actually paint that a different colour. In fact, let's make it a paint tools. Let's make it a poppy field. Why not? Why ever not? Doesn't have to be perfect. There you go. That's not too bad. That is not too bad at all. Now all I need is to somehow place some, I think to finish this off reasonably well, I think I need to place passenger. No, that isn't it. I don't think I'm going to be able to find the ones I want to place. Although, that being said, this could be really handy. Right. This could come in really, really handy. That just shows that there is a this is a yard, and people are working on these. There we go, we can have even a stack of sleepers here. Like that. That does give it a lot of I don't need those. That does help. Coaling stage? No. Sign writer? No. Light box? No. These are things I want. Right, where are you going to be going? So if I leave that last track open, could probably close a lot of these though, but it's fine. There we go. That's pretty good. And that was trackworks, wagons, parking spaces, cars do not exist at this point. Crane, okay. Crane works. I'm not sure how this is going to... How's this going to work for us? It's kind of a bit high up, so I'm not sure that's quite what I need. Nor do I need the ramps, nor do I need current billboards. Printer decal, billboards, station assets, okay. Gate shuts, no. Lamps, no. No, none of those would work. Workmen, aha. This could help a little. There, just have a guard here and there. You can put a guard out here, I suppose. No. I'll leave the guards here, like that. Special effects. No special effects. Housing, no, we're not looking at that. High-rise buildings, please don't crash. Well, that's a very, very high-rise building, but of course it is. Other utilities, London, no, that doesn't work. Garages, that doesn't work either. Do they not have? I was going to say, do they not have a clean garage? They do. Pubs, small shops, that doesn't really work. I'm really trying here to find everything I possibly could to get this depot looking about right. This isn't too bad. I know it's a town building, but putting it actually, that isn't going to work, is it? Connection, none. It could work. This certainly could work. Just to place that perhaps here, it gives it a look of, you know, maybe there is something over here that is happening. I need to lift up the terrain. Come on, lift it up. That's better. Right, back to what I was doing. Could I place one of these in? It might work. Let me know. Let me know what you think. No houses, none of that, none of those. I mean, that's big. That's a bit too big. So no, not that. Commercial construction, this is where things could be useful. Containers, things like that. You can have a couple of containers just out on this side, or I'm not sure. I'm just not sure as to what I could use. There is a lot that I could look at, but there's also a lot that I might not be able to use. I can leave a train, I can leave a locomotive parked in here. There you go. Let's have a locomotive parked up in here as well. So where's the tender for that? There you go. Okay, so that's something that can help. Lighthouse is not going to be useful. That industrial stuff is not. That is not going to be useful. We've been through some of these. These are just wagons, lots and lots and lots of wagons. I need passenger wagons. That is what I really require. Generic railway buildings. This could help. This could certainly help. So, just stick one of these in. There you go. Just gives it a little bit more. It just gives it a little bit more life. So that same generic. Yeah, there's just different buildings it's got. That's kind of interesting. Just puts in a bunch of different styles, bunch of different buildings. That's nice. A water tower could probably be helpful in here too. We'll just stick that one there. Fire buckets, of course, we've got them, so they're fine. That's all okay. British yard cranes, that could be useful. Although it's just they're sitting on the track. I'd rather they didn't sit on the track and sat between the track. That would be even more helpful. Platform. Okay, I cannot do that. Okay. That isn't going to help. That isn't going to help, and a tunnel air shaft is not going to help, but I do need to place these in a few places, so I am going to just very quickly, whilst I'm working on all of this, I think it's important to have these. So I'm going to put a tunnel air shaft there. There's a little tunnel here. We'll have the air shaft here, I guess. Does anybody know if we're supposed to have more than one on these? If anybody knows that would be massively helpful. I'll place one there. I think those are all the tunnels we have, right? No, there's a tunnel here somewhere, isn't there? Is there? Yes. And I guess on this one, let me just place one over here. Again, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to put those in or what exactly I'm doing with them. I'm just trying a few things out. So that's the general gist of it. That's starting to look like a yard. It's taken a long time, but it is starting to look. No, I do not think we want a quick fit just yet. Like a train yard. So that's pretty good. Even stick put another train in here, just sitting. I need to leave that one open. So I'll put the train in here. There we go. That's a nice train, but those do not exist yet. These ones do, though. So I will place Crampton engine here, because that is an engine that was being used. So I'll stick one of those in there, and then what else? I think at this point we can say that I can call that done. I think that's probably the best option I have here, is to call that done. I think at this point this becomes 10 as well, doesn't it? And that is going to need to speed up, I think. But yeah, I think at that point I am going to end this video. It's unfortunate we didn't get the ride along, but we did manage to get this, and that is quite important, I think. We've got a depot. That was wrong. We've got a depot, and it's a fairly nice looking depot as well. It isn't perfect. That's most certainly isn't perfect. But it's fairly good. There we go. I could probably get... No, I didn't. I did. That's... okay. Where did you come from? Were you off this? You were. There we go. Okay. I guess I could even do this if I really wanted to. Have 3 entrances going onto it. The signalling on this is going to be a nightmare, but that's for me to deal with at a later time. I think I am going to just do some basic track signals on each one of these lines, actually. There and there. I think I'll put a signal there, pop a signal on there, there. For this one, the signal should probably go here. This one should have a signal here. This one should have a signal here. This is going to be a very interesting signaling system. For this, we'll have a signal there, 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 there. For this one, signal there and there. Guess we could put a signal in here for that one. For these, if we're trying to get out onto the main line, we need to put signals there and there. This one clearly needs, well, this one needs a signal here and here to get yourself going out that way. This one cannot cross over, I've just noticed, so that's another thing that needs to happen. So let's make sure that crossing is available, just in case. Like that. And I think I'm going to end the video. I think I'm going to end the video there. So let's get ourselves into a... That doesn't look... I'll be honest, I was expecting it to look a lot worse, but it actually looks somewhat like a depot. So I'm a little bit pleased with that. So that is where I'm going to end this particular video. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transport Fever 2, the UK modded series. Leave a comment in the comments box below, let me know what you think. Do you think that this is okay? I think it is reasonably okay. But do let me know if you think this is okay, or you think it needs a lot more work. If you can do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon at www.patreon.com/ECGadgets. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. And also, you can find me on social media at ECGadgetLP for both Twitter and Instagram. That is all from me. In the next video, we will be having the ride along. And I'll see you next time in Transport Fever 2, the UK modded series.